It is nice to be able to celebrate a Devils win again. This one at first felt like it was going to be a nice, smooth, enjoyable ride for a intense but easy 60-minute win. But it's the 23-24 New Jersey Devils, so of course they couldn't make it that easy on us. We still won in regulation, and I still feel like overall 5-on-5 we completely controlled the game, especially from a scoring perspective, as all of our goals were 5-on-5, and one out of three was theirs, and 2 out of 3 was on the power play for them. And man, overall, play was really strong, and I think that mostly recaps the game. The McDermott fight to start the game absolutely smokes the guy. I don't know what the point of that was, other than hey, we're two guys that like to fight. Let's just get it out of the way. I don't. I felt like it was too early. Nothing had been established in the game yet. There was nothing previously from these teams with any animosity or how to get any energy going. So I wouldn't have minded the fight maybe there at that third period or in the second, just all the ebbs and flows of this one. There was lots of opportunities for fight. Heck, we almost had a fight after the end of the game with Smith and Brady. But yeah, I don't know, that early fight just felt like this is what we're paid to do type situation, and so they were just like, let's get it over with and see who wins the tilt. And well, McDermott absolutely smacked him. So what about the actual play on the ice? Well, like I said, 5-on-5, I do think we mostly controlled and dominated. First and second period for sure. Third period, probably not as much, but obviously the power play momentum definitely went to Ottawa in that case. But even then, I felt like until maybe the last five, we limited any sort of crazy chance from them. Allen definitely had to come up with quite a few big saves. Corpusalo did as well, mind you. Obviously, did not need a huge save there on the Jack Hughes penalty shot, as there was no shot. But happens. Jack Hughes is one of the smoothest guys in the league. He's gonna absolutely hate that people are going to pass that around for highlights and replays. But beyond that, whatever happens. Is that worse than the Marchand skating past the puck at center ice? No, definitely not. Definitely not. So if any non-Devils fans or even Devils fans are giving you crap for the Jack Hughes penalty shot, no shot, there's at least a Marchand clip that is infinitely worse. But yeah, Jack's gonna definitely hate the highlights of that passing around. Now the actual goals. Well, we did start off this game winning 3-0. We won regulation, but only by one, and it was a post a couple inches close. So first goal, just beautiful play by Jack, coming up the middle of the ice, transitioning from left to right. Great move to get around an Ottawa player, moving into the zone. Amazing, immaculate pass over to Hala, who really just had to put the puck on any part of the net, and that's going in just with how much ice the goalie had to cover to prevent Jack going too far side to then cut back because of that pass, and 1-0 Devils. It's not too far along from there that we have the uh, Luke Hughes shot from the point that was generated off of a decent run of play there by the Devils. Tip by Palat right there in front. For fantasy reasons, I would prefer Luke get that, but Palat goal is great to see. He continues to play well enough that you can almost justify that contract still. And when he does score, it's like, oh, if he could just, keep this up every few games, easy money. But you love to see that. I do love to see his compete, especially along the boards there. I thought it was pretty pivotal there on the one penalty kill we did manage to kill, as some other ones did burn us. But that gave us the 2-0 lead. And then lo and behold, the offensive juggernaut that is Brendan Smith comes out, bomb from the point, he scores. I think when I checked, only Brat was listed as the assist, but Nico, I think they talked about him originally having it, so I don't know if it got taken away, but from what I saw, it definitely looked like he should have had the assist there, but we'll see how that comes out there in the morning. And so, yeah, from there, you have to pull the goalie. And then Corpusalo comes in, and I think he plays fairly well. Allen, I think, overall played well, but the first goal there, it was a blue line shot there from Sanderson that Smith ends up, this is on a penalty kill, Smith ends up screening Allen for. Still, you can kind of read it. I guess he could go either posterior, kind of just stuck in the middle as the, you know, friendly screen comes flying across, and he just exact shot right moment, and it gets past you. I'm not really going to hate Allen there too much on that one. The second one, also on a penalty kill. Real quick talk about this. Brendan Smith was rightly pissed off. His stick was being held by the point there. It wasn't wrapped around the waist, and if it was because he pulled in because the guy was literally holding his stick, and not for like a split second. It was a solid moment. So I get why he was upset, but I do think they ended up catching that because it went right into the intermission, and then they didn't call the ball trip. I legitimately think that was we messed up on the Brendan Smith one. We won't call this one, as it was very clear that ball play was a trip on Brady Tkachuk. So you know, I don't like makeup calls, call the penalty when it happens, but you know, I guess if you whiff on a call that badly that did result in a goal, you want to make it up that way. It benefited us. I'm sure I'd be really pissed if it happened the other way. But yeah, that's how it goes. Now the Giroux goal, amazing shot. Again, not really too much blame from Allen. It's a one-timer. It was a great passing sequence by Ottawa. Was it somewhat savable? Maybe, but it would have been one of those like really great saves, which he did have a couple of here. Now Ottawa guys did shoot it into him, but again, sometimes you make those amazing saves look easier, and sometimes saves or shots go in that maybe looked like they were savable, but would have been a pretty ridiculous play. So from there, it was then 3-2, and I'm sorry, 4-2. As after they did score the first goal, Nico did come back off of an amazing pass by Bratt, almost like a one-time backhand pass from Bratt. Nico was lying and waiting, knowing, hey, that's Bratt going to the puck. That man's going to get me with some ridiculous pass that it's going to blow my mind, and that's what happened. Nico puts it in. You can tell almost by his celebration that he was like, this Bratt guy's insane. And yeah, I mean, we still need some depth guys to come through, but Nico, Bratt, I felt like Timo had a strong game even if he was on the scoreboard. Jack had some flub moments for sure. The penalty shot, the end of the game pass to Bratt that just missed and almost allowed Ottawa to tie this one up. But all in all, he still had that amazing play to start the game, had the assist, and I felt like he had multiple chances to rack up a couple other points as well. So the big guys did show up. I thought Nemec played well. I thought Luke was great. It's, again, if we fill out the roster, which is very doable, especially with guys we do have signed that are good padding around the core of this team. Dougie comes back. There's a lot to be happy about with this roster. Like, it's an insane amount of talent on this team. But it did not end 4-1 in this game. Instead, Ottawa makes that storming comeback with the unfortunate Nico shot that goes wide on the far side. It wasn't extremely wide, but it wasn't very close either. Rings completely around the boards. Ottawa happened to beat and change. Brady gets a clean cut breakaway. Goal. Yeah. Again, if you watch this channel often, not going to be ripping a goalie on a breakaway. Seems like, we get scored on those a lot, but I guarantee if you pull the numbers across the league, obviously the top goalies probably have the top numbers there, or maybe there's some outlier goalies that overall are kind of mid but crush on the breakaways. But all in all, I'm sure Devil's luck has been similar enough to other teams' luck, and not just luck, but just goalies executing would be the way I'd put it. As it's not great percentages for a goalie, although I would say it's probably more than 50-50 in the goalie's favor. So this one didn't go our way. Ottawa brought it within one, and we managed to close out the game. But really, that's thanks to Jake Allen and the post, because, ooh lordy, now he made quite a few good saves, but that one was close. Thank you, Pinto, for just missing there. Yeah, the penalty kill, while he gave up 2 in a row, was huge on that last kill. shout out to Green, honestly, or the coaching staff, whoever the decision actually came from, to put Nico and Brat as the first unit of that kill there. It just felt like they were on their game all night. Some other guys were not, and so I truly do think that was the right goal to start there with them. And that's really it. Bill did kind of, I'll end here, or I guess a couple other things. It was definitely funny. I'm a huge Brady Kachuk fan. I would love to have Brady on this team. But hearing the fans have to chant for Brady just making a hit because they couldn't ever chant for winning in this one, I found comical, at least at the time before they almost made the comeback. Again, love Brady. I would cheer for him too in every moment I could if I was an Ottawa fan. So, it's more so banter than actual hate or anything. Um, then the wave, come on, guys, you were losing. I was at a game where a guy shouted out, "Please give me, it's my birthday and all I want is a wave." I participated. So, if it was something like that, sure, but we were winning that game. Anything else really from this one? No, I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, depth had moments, but overall, man, it's. We did get the Palat goal while they're at the. I actually felt like the Palat line played fairly well. Uh, I've brought this up before. I guess I'll kind of finish here on this midpoint. The Nico Brat Jack line, I love. It's so much fun to watch those guys play out there. But then I feel like at least roster currently, the way that middle six then ends up playing out because you have to shuffle those lines, or at least the second line, it just doesn't quite the same. I know some Timo can carry a line by himself, but it just feels like he is on a next level with Nico and Brat. And then if you're gonna put him on his own line, if he was with Jack, also if he was with Brat, I feel like that worked too. But with none of the three, it just feels like we had this one just phenomenal line, right? I mean, it's just magic to watch, but not, you kind of lose that second line. But I understand, there was definitely moments in the game to absolutely do it. So, 2020 vision where, you watch that line go out there, cook, and just not quite score, and then watch the middle six kind of flounder. After that, it is what it is. So, yeah, feels good to win. Back to back, we're right back at it tomorrow. Maybe win tomorrow. We get some luck on the out of town scoreboard. It's there, again, not mathematical, at least I believe as of this recording. So, yeah, that's gonna do it, and I will continue to believe until there's no reason to. So, as always, and forever, let's go Devils, baby.